Shalom, shalom. This is the brother Ramawan coming to you with another lesson. Rule for the spirit and power of Yahweh. Bahashem Yahweh Shai. I want to give all the praises, honor, and glory to Yahweh. Bahashem Yahweh Shai. Bahashem Rakakudash. Double honor to the apostles and the elders of Great Millstone who rule well. And also peace and blessings as always to the brothers out there that are keep doing this work in the name of Yahweh. Bahashem Yahweh Shai in truth and in sincerity. Hastening the coming of our Lord Yahweh Shai. We're edging ever closer, to the end. And yeah, man. So I'm going to get into this brief lesson. It's going to be a quick one, quick hit, Lord willing. So let me read this BBC News. It says HSBC to close 114 UK branches as more people bank online. That's an excuse. This is part of the plan, as we know it, to rebuild, man, to reset. Remember the Great Reset, the WEF, the World Economic Forum, always talking about basically taking. This is taking us in. They want to take us into the fourth industrial revolution, man. The technocratic society, man. Everything digital. Everything automated. Autonomous machines doing most of the work, and people being enslaved by government control, reliance on the government, I should say, government reliance. They're sneakily doing that now in this, what are they calling it? Basically, there's an economic crisis going on right now. People can't afford this, that, and the other, and the government are funding people, man. Their gas and electric, they're giving them money, just free money. Through the companies to help pay for their bills, man. So they're setting up people for reliance, man. So this isn't a lie. This isn't because more people bank online. I go places, I see people queuing to get into the bank still. So that's not true. All right, this is all part to build the infrastructure for the MOTB, man. The mark. Now that's coming. All right, Lord willing, it's coming soon, and it's coming next year, man. Because we want to get the hell out of here. All right. Esau, everything's according to the Lord's time, man. But, we have to hasten it, man, because we want to get it. The Lord says it will not tarry, man. So don't rest on your laurels thinking that, there's another person there. We don't believe there's going to be another, 5 years or whatever, through the Spirit. Lord willing, it isn't, man. So let me read some more of this. HSBC says it will close 114 more branches in the UK from April, as customers using them have fallen significantly since the pandemic. So think about it now. If they're closing 114 branches, more branches it says, because they've already closed some. Now you got other banks such as the NatWest, Lloyds. What else have you got? TSB still one. I'm not sure. You got the Metro Bank. Obviously, you got all these other banks anyway, regardless of what their names are. So if HSB is saying that more people are going online, then that would be the same for all the banks. It's not just going to be HSBC, so all the banks are going to end up following suit, right, and closing their banks down. Because now, Economic Forum, I think it was. I might be wrong in that, but you can research it. They decided last month that they were going to create a new digital passport. Right, so it's all going to tie in together. They all agreed, all these countries agreed, about maybe 20 or maybe 40 countries, I'm not quite sure, agreed to this digital passport, man. It's all tied in. Don't let them fool you. It's all tied in. All right, this whole C19 business is going to be all tied into this new banking system. All right. So it says the bank said it would try to redeploy affected staff, but about 100 will lose their jobs. This is it, forcing them into what? Poverty or government reliance, man. The World Economic Forum talks about this. They call it universal basic income. Universal basic income. So universal meaning for most people who aren't gonna be able to work anymore. Basic, because it's gonna be just enough to dwell. to survive. All right, income for everybody, man. Guarantee you, if you got money, if you got money, like you're rich, it's gonna be difficult for you. Listen, once everything's digital, they can do exactly what they want. It already is like that anyway. If they really wanted to do it now, they could just shut the banks and tell you, your money's in the air, man. It's invisible. All right, so this is where it's heading. Your money's heading towards invisible money, just being typed into the system. So this bank have closed thousands of branches in recent years as more people bank online and lenders cut costs. So, you get the idea. I'm not going to read all of this because it's just hype talk as to why they're doing it and, blaming it on everything else. But really, there's a big agenda going on. This whole reset, this whole great reset that they've been talking about involves the MOTB, man. Slavery, future slavery. And there was something else I wanted to quickly, So, Bank of England website, UK central bank digital currency. We are looking carefully at how a UK central bank digital currency, CBDC, might work, but we have not yet made the decision to introduce one. But they more or less have, man, because that Rishi Sunak was talking about it. Of course they're going to do it. What, they're just talking a good game and then they're just going to say, nah, do you know what? Nah, forget it. This is a part of the plan now. This has been in the works for decades. All right? All they needed was the right time, people's mindset to be susceptible to it. Weak-minded people, because they weaken the minds of the people. You got the C-19 that was giving a lot of reasons for them to start changing laws, bringing draconian laws in. And it's like I'm talking a lot. I'm going to get into a couple of scriptures, man. But, this is some news here, man. This is news. It says, so what is a central bank digital currency? It says central bank digital currency, CBDC, is money that a central bank like the Bank of England can produce. It is called digital or electronic because it isn't physical money like notes and coins. It is in the form of an amount on a computer or a similar device. So no physical money now, no notes and no coins, right? So therefore it's not tangible. You can't take it and put it in your pocket or give it to somebody else who needs it. All right? It's only going to be in the system, right? And it says on a computer or a similar device. Now, what do you think that device is, man? That device that's as small as a grain of rice. That RFID. All right? We are looking closely at whether we should introduce a central bank digital currency in the UK and how it might work. If we did, some people sometimes describe this possible UK digital currency as digital sterling or Britcoin. We have not made a decision to introduce one, so it hasn't got a name. But a CBDC is not a cryptocurrency like Bitcoin. And bear in mind, 3 Bitcoin moguls have been unalived or are not alive anymore in the last month. So is there a connection? Probably. And and a message to you 2/3, man. You're gonna take this, man. And when I say 2/3, I mean the 2/3 in Babylon plus, those that are not of the elect of our people, man. They're gonna take it, man. Let's get some scriptures, man. Now I'm gonna close this. Like I said, it's a quick one. So Revelation 3. This is for the elect, man. Revelation 3:9 says, behold, I will make them of the synagogue of Satan, which say they are Jews and are not, but do lie. And this is a twofold, man, because that's talking about our people. A lot of times, brothers or whoever goes to the scripture and reads it about them small hats, that's true. You can use it for the small hats, and you can use it for our people, because there's a lot of our people running around knowing that they're Israelites, man. Have they changed their ways? They're still doing wickedness, man. They're going to take this chip. So like I'm trying to be smooth with the words, man. I kind of slipped up, but they're going to take this thing. All right, they're going to take it. It says, so I read it again. It says, behold, I will make them of the synagogue of Satan, which say they are Jews and are not, but do lie. Behold, I will make them to come and worship before thy feet, and to know that I have loved thee. See, so it's a twofold scripture, man. Because them small hats are going to come and they're going to know, man, that they're not the people. Anyway, that's another lesson. Verse 10 says, behold, thou hast kept the word of my patience. So like, because thou hast kept the word of my patience, I also will keep thee from the hour of temptation, which shall come upon all the world to try them that dwell upon the earth. Right? So everyone's going to be tempted into this, man, but the elect won't. It says he will keep the elect, man. I say us, I nearly slipped and said us, but really and truly I have to believe that I'm of that number, man. All right? I'm hopeful. So we got to pray that we are of that the elect, because the Lord's going to keep his elect from doing it, man. He says it right here. I will keep thee from the hour of temptation. The elect cannot take this. They will not. It's impossible. It says, behold, I come quickly. Hold that fast which thou hast, that no man take thy crown. So, we have to hold on to this truth, man. Continue on, keep fighting the good fight. The prophets of old, man. Got to keep it moving, keep going until the end, man. I don't really need to get this, but seeing as I was talking about Zechariah 13:8 says, it shall come to pass that in all the land, I'm talking about Babylon, saith the Lord, 2 parts therein shall be cut off and die, but the third shall be left therein, right? Because that 2/3 the 2/3 in Babylon are gonna take this thing, man. So they're set for destruction. Once you take it, you're set for destruction, all right? He says, and I will bring the third part through the fire, and will refine them as silver is refined, and I will try them as gold is tried. They shall call on my name, and I will hear them. I will say, it is my people. And they shall say, the Lord Yahweh is my power. All right? The Lord already has his people set up, man. Revelation 14:9 says, and the third angel followed them, saying with a loud voice, if any man worship the beast and his image, and receive his mark in his forehead or in his hand, that's that device that they were talking about. Let's quickly read that again. So it says, because it isn't physical money. It is called digital or electronic because it isn't physical money like notes and coins. It is in the form of an amount on a computer or a similar device. Verse 9 again, so it says, and the third angel followed them, and saying with a loud voice, if any man worship the beast and his image, and receive his mark in his forehead or in his hand, the same shall drink of the wine of the wrath of Yahweh, which is poured out without mixture. We just read 2 parts should be cut off in diamond, which is poured out without mixture into the cup of his indignation. And he shall be tormented with fire and brimstone in the presence of the holy angels and in the presence of the Lamb. Right? So, taking this thing brings destruction, man. We can't afford to fear what this devil can do to us, because whatever he can do, the Lord can do worse. Besides, man, we're in a battle here. We're in a spiritual warfare. We don't want to fight. We don't want to lose the war. All right. Verse 11 says, and the smoke of their torment ascendeth up forever and ever, and they have no rest, no rest day nor night, who worship the beast and his image, and whosoever receiveth the mark of his name. Here is the patience of the saints. Here are they that keep the commandments of Yahweh and the faith of Yahweh Shai. Amen. It's just like, what a time, we say what time to be alive, man. What a time to be alive. We just pray that we're strong. The Lord is with us and we make it, man. Because He's coming, man. If you ain't got your eyes on the prize, or if you take your eye off the ball, man, you ain't gonna know what's going on out here. But this devil's making moves in secret, in the dark, man. Revelation 20:4 says, and I saw thrones, and they that sat upon them, and judgment was given unto them, and I saw the souls of them that were beheaded for the witness of Yahweh Shai, and for the word of Yahweh, and which had not worshipped the beast, neither his image, neither had received his mark upon their foreheads or in their hands, and they lived and reigned with Hamashiach 1,000 years. So you can't take it and put it in and take it, put it in and take out, like some of these nigger camps are talking about. All right, it says, and I saw the souls of them that were beheaded for the witness of Yahweh and for the word of Yahweh, and which had not worshipped the beast, neither his image, neither had received his mark upon their foreheads or in their hands. So if you receive it, you receive it. Just because you take it out, you still received it. It says, but the rest of the dead lived not until the 1,000 years were finished. This is the first resurrection. That's two-thirds. That's the Salakia. That's the rest of the wickedness, the wicked Salakia of our nation. They have to come back through the resurrection. I mean, what, the rebirth, man? They have to be reborn again. Blessed and holy is he that hath part in the first resurrection. On such the second death hath no power, but they shall be priests of Yahweh and of Hamashiach, and shall reign with him 1,000 years. Revelation 12:12 says, therefore, I'll just read this. Therefore rejoice ye heavens, and ye that dwell in them. Woe to the inhabitants of the earth and of the sea, for the devil, Esau, the deceiver, right, is come down unto you, having great wrath, because he knoweth that he hath but a short time. So he's about to turn up the heat. If you didn't already know it, he's turning it up, the heat already, man. These devils are putting all sorts of, changing all kind of laws against, protests and all this stuff, things like that, because they know what's about to go down, and they know that people aren't going to stand for this, man. A lot of people are. There's a lot of people that stand for nothing and fall for everything, man. But we're not them guys, all right? And even so, there's people of the world that aren't like that. They're going to want to fight. They're going to want to fight this, man. He's about to, like I said, turn up the heat, man. So let's get the last, one, man. I'll close out. Right, Revelation 13, start 11. It says, and I beheld another beast coming up out of the earth, and he had 2 horns like a lamb, and he spake as a dragon. The dragon represents the highest form, I believe, of wisdom when it comes to, the creatures, man. And a dragon is also a serpent. It says, and he exerciseth all the power of the first beast before him, and causeth the earth and them which dwell therein to worship the first beast, whose deadly wound was sealed. Now, first beast is the Roman Empire. Now we're in now the Neo-Roman Greco Empire. Right, this is the new Roman Empire now. Verse 13 says, and he doeth great wonders, so that he maketh fire come down from heaven on the earth in the sight of men. That fire is that's that nuclear fire, man. That's another. I'm gonna have to do a lesson on that. Because there's also kind of talk on that now. That's waiting in the wings to start blowing up. Literally. Verse 14 says, and he deceiveth them that dwell on the earth by the means of those miracles which he had power to do in the sight of the beast, saying to them that dwell on the earth that they should make an image to the beast which had the wound by a sword and did live. And he had power to give life unto the image of the beast, that the image of the beast should both speak and cause that as many as would not worship the image of the beast should be killed. So you have a choice, but not really much of one. You either take it or you die. Well, I'm sure, not everyone's going to die, but some people are going to have to die, refusing this thing, man. Peak times are coming, right? People need to really get, whoever, doesn't understand this needs to get to understand, man. Peace and safety, there will be none soon. Don't get comfortable. Verse 16 says, and he causeth all, both small and great, rich and poor, free and bond, to receive a mark in their right hand or in their foreheads. That's that device with that new digital currency on it. And that no man might buy or sell save he that had the mark or the name of the beast or the number of his name. Stop teaching that bullshit about embargoes and worshipping, Seleka and dealing with the Edomite woman and all this madness and stuff. Like this is about control of your currency, man. All right, it says it right there about buying and selling. So it says, and that no man might buy or sell save he that had the mark or the name of the beast or the number of his name. Here is wisdom, let him that have understanding count the number of the beast, for it is the number of a man, and his number is 666. All right, plain and simple, man. It's on its way. Just a matter of time now. Whilst everyone's on social media, bugging out and enjoying life, living their best life and all that other bullshit, YOLOing, right? These devils are plotting and scheming on how they're going to bring this world to its knees, all right? But the elect aren't going to fall for it. So with that, I'm going to close out. I'll give all the praises and all glory to Yahweh Hashem Yahushai by Hashem HaKadosh. When this lesson was edifying, and as always, I pray that it was. And I was going to say, Kwam Yasharallah, Wa Ba Ba Ba, Shalom to the next one.